What will become of Buckingham Palace, the iconic residence of British royalty? This is the burning question on everyone's minds. According to royal sources, King Charles III is contemplating transforming this regal abode into a museum, art gallery, or even a VIP guest house. The prospect of opening the palace to the public has stirred up a passionate debate among Britons. Should Buckingham Palace be accessible to the masses, or should it remain a sanctuary for the royal family? In a recent poll conducted by the UK's Express, readers were split down the middle on this contentious issue. 50% of respondents were in favour of turning the palace into a museum, while 43% preferred to keep it under royal lock and key. The remaining 3% were unsure where they stood on the matter. The comments section below the article became a battleground for passionate arguments from both sides. Proponents of turning Buckingham Palace into a museum argue that it already welcomed visitors during Queen Elizabeth II's annual trips to Balmoral. They believe that opening it up further would allow the public to marvel at the grandeur and history contained within those hallowed walls. Part of it already is a museum, points out the user Rando94, who sees no harm in expanding public access. It's an opportunity to showcase British culture and heritage, drawing tourists from far and wide. User Papian chimes in with an economic perspective, emphasising the potential benefits for tourism. London already attracts hordes of visitors, eager to soak up the country's rich historical tapestry. Opening Buckingham Palace as a permanent attraction, except during state occasions, could prove to be a goldmine. Charging an entrance fee would not only generate revenue, but also help maintain the palace's upkeep. It's a win-win situation, according to those advocates for a more public Buckingham Palace. On the other side of the argument, staunch defenders of tradition and prestige vehemently oppose the transformation of the palace into a museum. User The Seaman raises a valid concern. Doesn't say a lot for our prestige when foreign dignitaries are invited to have dinner in a museum. They believe Buckingham Palace should retain its status as a regal residence, a symbol of the British monarchy's power and influence. It's a matter of preserving the palace's dignity and the aura of royalty that permeates its corridors. Echoing this sentiment, user Lord Robert insists that Buckingham Palace should remain a royal household, as it has for centuries. For them, it's not just about the physical structure, it's about upholding the institution itself. The palace serves as a stronghold for the royal family, a place of privacy and seclusion. It's a symbol of continuity and tradition that should not be sacrificed for the sake of public curiosity. As the debate rages on, one thing is clear: Buckingham Palace has captured the imagination and opinions of the British public. King Charles III finds himself at the centre of this storm, torn between his own frugality and the expectations of state visitors. Will he embrace the idea of a public museum and president's guest house, or will he maintain the palace as an exclusive royal domain? Only time will reveal the fate of Buckingham Palace. For now, Britons will continue to debate the pros and the cons of turning this historic treasure into a bustling public attraction. Whatever the outcome, one thing is certain: Buckingham Palace will forever remain an emblem of British history, intrigue, and the eternal question of who holds the keys to its illustrious gates.